Why do AI projects fail? Here's the number that should stop you before you spend a dollar. 87% never reach production. That's Gartner's figure, and it hasn't meaningfully improved since 2020. Almost 9 in 10 quietly shelved before they ever create value. I've spent nearly 2 decades building software, the recent years on AI. I've seen all 5 of these failures up close, including projects I was brought in to rescue. Here's each one and how to dodge it. Reason 1, the most common and the most expensive. The business problem was never actually defined. A leadership team reads about AI, gets excited and says, "We need to implement AI." That's not an objective, it's a technology preference. Without a measurable target, the project drifts. Engineers build impressive demos that solve no real problem. 3 months and $80,000 later, quietly shelved. Improve our operations is not a goal. Cut document processing from 4 hours to 90 minutes at 95% accuracy in 8 weeks that you can measure. Reason 2, the data wasn't ready. AI is only as good as the data it learns from. That's not a cliche, it's a budget reality. 40 to 60% of an AI project goes to data preparation, not model building, data plumbing. I worked on a document processing project where the client swore their archives were ready. They weren't. Half were scanned images with no text layer. The rest, inconsistent across 3 years of templates, 4 weeks on data before the AI even started. Reason 3, the one I care about most, governance bolted on after the fact. The team builds a working model, gets results, and then compliance asks, can we actually use customer data this way? The answer is usually no. Retrofitting governance into a system that wasn't built for it is brutally expensive. In finance, healthcare, legal compliance isn't a final sprint. It's a design constraint from day one, or it's a liability. Reason 4, the team structure was wrong. A company hires a machine learning engineer who builds a model with 94% accuracy in a notebook. 6 months later, it's still in the notebook because no one planned for integration, deployment, or the people who'd actually use it. AI isn't a science project. It's software that has to live inside your operations, which takes domain, engineering, and operations together from day one. Reason 5, they scaled before proving value. The boardroom version. Let's build an enterprise-wide AI platform. $300,000 and 6 months later, it exists and nobody uses it because it was never validated against a real need. Enterprise AI platform projects fail more than 90% of the time. The pattern that works is boring. One process, one department, one measurable outcome. Prove it, then scale what you proved. So here's how you de-risk the whole thing. Don't start with a platform, start with a pilot. One workflow, real numbers. A few weeks, not a few quarters. If it works, you have proof to scale. If it doesn't, you've spent weeks and a modest budget instead of months and a fortune. That's exactly why we built the 21-day pilot. Contained scope, a working proof of concept, measurable results. Most AI projects fail for reasons you can see coming. Don't be one of them. KORIX, AI that actually ships.